billion-dollar table. Billion-dollar table is where you educate yourself to do better. I believe business is life. So if you're not doing good in business, you're really not doing good in life. And you can't ever do good in life if you're not doing good in business. So this show was all about Arab wealthy people. And when I came back to New Orleans, I feel like there is a way to pay back. I grew up here, which is the first stop I came from home, came with nothing. So these people helped me, picked me up. I learned everything. This language, I learned it right here. So yeah, so we break the whole show. How we started with everybody successful in the town, so you can see different culture, different people, and different way. So today I'm not with the average person because we don't know average people. So I'm with the greatest himself. He is the greatest real estate agent, the greatest broker, and listen, for real, he's the greatest dad I ever seen. He's super fucking inspired when it comes to his job as a dad, man. And he's a great man. He's an entrepreneur, he's a business owner, and he fixed a lot of problems. And he is my friend and my brother, so you better believe it. So it's the one and only Troy, bro. Thank you so much, man, to have me here.
I appreciate you,
bro. I appreciate you big time.
That's an real word, man.
You are a great man, bro.
Oh my goodness, bro.
So how you introduce yourself to the world, King?
I'm Troy Lawrence. I do a lot of stuff that people say that I can't. I don't take no for an answer. As you said, I'm in real estate, but I actually started in insurance. From insurance, got into the mortgage business, and I kept seeing things not going as well as I would have liked them to go. So I would sort of step in naturally. Now I'm a commercial real estate agent doing some life-changing moves for a lot of people that's around me. People tend to, come to me when they need to increase, whatever.
Leverage. When they need to leverage, right?
Yeah, when they need the leverage. So, to be honest, they ain't seen nothing yet,
Yeah.
And, it's just so much, man. It's a huge impact that I believe that I have on the city of New Orleans and everybody that I come across, it's about motivating one another. And I think in a nutshell, that's who I am. I'm a life motivator. You come around me, you gonna turn up.
Right.
You gonna change your life immediately. It don't take no time.
Right.
Because what you see when you're around my camp is great.
So, man, I know there is a glory, So I've been around for like a few years now, and I can see the greatness. I see work done. I see transaction going on as well.
Absolutely.
So people know the story, the glory, right? They see the glory, they see what's up, but they don't know about the story though. So if you want to tell people how the journey was to you, how life treats you, what the biggest challenge as a story right now you have faced. Listen, I want to be like, I want people to know that for us, this color is not easy to make things happen right now, but we made it happen. You made it. That's why I'm so proud and grateful for you and inspired. But I want that to come out. So when people they know they fucking can't do it, brother.
All right. So, since I was young, I always believed that people were to follow me, one day I asked God, what am I here for? And, I don't know how it was, but what I got from it was I'm supposed to lead God's people. And that's exactly what I try to do. I try to do the righteous thing. I've grown up in religion. I don't really believe in religion. Hope I don't get too many flags for that, but better comments, better conversation. And I'm still actively in church. I still marry and I still bury. I'm a minister. So when it comes down to doing my duties, I just feel like any other job, you just should do what you're supposed to do. And I'm going to spread the gospel, I'm going to tell somebody the good things that they have in this world, the opportunities that are provided to all of us. And most people just don't look for them. So I bring it to my community to the forefront. I'm like, hey, look, this is what's going on. A lot of people always say, I need a job. But if you go online, we go to NOLA.gov, there's a plethora of jobs that nobody's applying for. You could change your life.
Right.
But what I curate is a channel, a type of energy, that makes you want to get up and go.
Right.
Get up and live for your dreams, So, I got people that watch me every day very close. And they'll tell you themselves, this guy doesn't know how to stop.
Right.
If I wake up, if I take a nap
Right.
and wake up, I'm moving like I never took a nap.
Right.
I may do a stretch, I may not,
Right.
but I'm either back on that computer, I'm back on this phone,
Right.
and I don't know time. Because I mentioned about a job, but I've never had a job.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the
Like-
thing I want to ask about though.
Like, I've never had a job.
So what the most difficult or the challenging moments in your journey to be who you are today?
It's believing in yourself. It's the most challenging thing. It's hard because, for myself, I'm going down a road that I don't have too many people I ask questions to.
Fact.
I can't be like, oh, yo, blah, blah, blah. I'm about to run into this hurdle. Or someone tell me, hey, look, I see you about to run into this. Look, here's this. Nah, I'm a trailblazer. I'm doing this. I'm the one that's cutting the pathway,
Right.
people to follow me. And it gets easier for those people. But it's hard for me.
Right.
Like, I'm doing some stuff that none of my people know about. You feel me? And I don't think we got to worry about his conversation because it ain't picking up. But at the same time, like, nah, man, how hard it is, I'm not the type of guy that wants to express how difficult something is, because I believe that whatever you put out into this world is what you receive.
Right.
So what I want to put out is the greatness. Like, I want to see the good. I want to see the better. I want to see everything above average. So I'm a speaking. I want the greener. Right. So what I'm going to say is, hey, look, that's green. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to stay away from the red. You know what I mean by that is I'm going to respond in a good way.
Right.
Something come to me negative, like, I'm still going to respond in a good way. I might ask you, what's your issue? What's your problem? You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't going back down. No, come on.
Right. So I understand that part. And to be honest, this is what I believe in. Like, you receive, whatever goes around comes around. That's what we believe in all the time.
Yeah, whatever.
But at the same time, for us to understand what type of challenge you face, because like I know I live here and I moved to Miami. I've traveled around and I see that people of color, bro, we don't treat I love that. I love who I am. I love where I come from. I love the accent I have. I love everything. I'm grateful for everything. And I know from my experience in here that it's not the same path for us to reach or to become or to do something, right? So as today, a people of color, right? And you mentioned the believe in yourself, right? I think there is so much difficulty in this mindset because I believe it's all started with mindset, and I think you believe the same. I think there is so much difficulty in the mindset level to get to the believe in yourself. If you just say it exactly, there is nobody around you believe in themselves sometimes. You feel what I'm saying? So sometimes when you come from people or you're like, my family, nobody wrote a book before, right? Nobody made a video before. Nobody shows up as they're supposed to be before. So as you say, I'm breaking points. I'm changing DNA in a family, bro. I'm doing something that I don't think somebody done it before. And I think people still think I'm crazy when I'm doing it, right? So how have you get over all those challenges? Because I think that's when you get your superpower. That's what I think.
Yeah, all right. So to be honest, I think I gained my superpower when I was about 2 years old. I walked through a fire.
Yup.
75% of my body is burned. First, second, and third degree burns.
How that's happened though?
Let's not get into how it happened, but just understand that if a 2-year-old can survive a situation by himself.
Right. Nobody in there.
Nobody in there. Whole lot of fire, whole lot of flames. Nobody can help. 2-year-old had to walk out by herself. Flames everywhere. A mom opened up the door and her hair caught fire. Dad tried to go in. You couldn't go in. Too many flames. But I had to walk out on my own. So that shows, for me, the spiritual strength and the understanding that whatever I'm supposed to be doing on this earth, I'm going to get it done.
Right.
So when it comes to that opportunity that I have of this life, I'm going to do some amazing stuff with it. I'm not going to play around. I got to get it. Man, I really don't like to think about it, but at the same time, it is my life.
Right.
Like, it shows,
Yeah.
It shows, but.
And as you say, bro, it's a greatness.
Yeah.
Like, it's a greatness. And I think this is what made us, like, the past is create who we are today.
Absolutely.
And I'm grateful for you to sharing that. I have been around you for a while, man, and I never heard the story before. So I'm grateful for opening out for that. So I believe money today is a challenge for a lot of people. Like, I think people have a little difficulty to understand money, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what money means to you, though?
I've had so much money. There was a point in my life where I didn't know what it was to be broke, but I have been broke. But at that point when I had so much money and I wondered, I was like, wow, I wonder how it feels to be broke. And then God, energy,
Right.
universe, bringing that. So
You just
hence the reason why I opened up what you have to believe, you have to understand, you have to know what your goal is, because I can ask for 10 grand right now. Well, I can ask for 100 grand. The type of energy I got, it's going to be at my foot. The issue is a lot of people just too scared to put in the work to ultimately nurture the seeds that have been at your foot.
Right.
I know what I'm doing with them.
Right.
I'm going to make something out of it.
Right.
And that's my difference in getting it out with the mud or, you know, getting it from cuz. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the mindset. And I have the mindset of a warrior because they were best supposed to take me out. If you're trying to take somebody out this young, they got to be powerful, right?
That's fact.
I'm sure there's some type of movie or book that speaks about, you know, the power of a being, and some spirits know early enough that they try to fight throughout the life. And I'm like, I've been going through a fight.
Right.
You know, and the idea about money is one of those things where you can have opportunity of escape, right? But I just see it as an opportunity to change another life, because as I change another life, I feel like I add more life to my own, you know? So money is to be used, just like you and I are to be used. You're using me for this interview. I'm using you for these questions that you asked me to develop myself and grow my headspace into another divine level. You know, the first day I met you, man, it wasn't about money, but that was a conversation. You know, crazy how we met.
Right.
You're working. I'm trying to work an angle.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
It didn't work out, but look at us now.
Right. That's a blessing. And that's
a beautiful blessing.
Right. And that's how God works, man. He works like so powerful. He knows way better than what we know. And that's with the faith. So what I understood right now, you basically don't even accept, like, you don't even see the box. Like, you don't want to, and you don't have to, and you like ask everybody, encourage them like straight up to don't even think of what can stop you. Just think what it could make you better, and think of the greatness that's in you, so you can do more and become more without looking for this limitation, or without giving attention or energy to those things that doesn't even exist if you don't think about them. Does that make sense?
I mean, I would say that's pretty accurate. The whole idea is to understand that positive things weigh much less than negative things.
Right.
There's an analogy I like to put into play that it'll probably take you 20 times as many positive things to say to refute a negative one. Because a negative thought weighs on your shoulder.
Easy.
100 pounds on your shoulder. A positive thought only charges your battery up 5%. You still got to get to that 100 in order to cut that out. So you got to keep on adding positive, keep on adding positive, keep on adding positive. But that one negative. So if you get yourself into a flow or rhythm of, say, making good things happen, good thoughts, you'll always have a good return, because what you put into it, that's what you got out. You can't plant an apple tree and expect oranges.
Facts. That's true, bro. So I read a book one time for Tony Robbins. He say 80% mindset, 20% skills, right? And one time in a course for Bob Proctor, he say 95% mindset and 5% skill. And to be honest, from my experience with the client, with people, I do have believe it's 98% mindset and 2% skills. And just let you know why I'm saying that before the ask. I want to know what your opinion of that. The way I'm saying that, because I feel people, their struggle is not to do things or to learn it. The struggle is what you're just saying, is the belief that they can do that and they can have this outcome. So they have a boxes that it's not for me, it's not me, I can't, or I can, or just, I need that to do that. I need money to travel, I need a passport, I need a lady to feel good, I need to eat. So all this stuff is, I believe, a program for them to know why they can't. So that's why I always think it's 98% is mindset, and I believe 2% it could be a skill.
To be honest, I like what you're saying. I think skill plays a big role
Right.
into positive progression. If you look at the greats, right? Like you and me, right? Repetition, bruise, quality of skill.
Mm-hmm.
Like Michael Jordan, like Kobe Bryant, like Vanessa, like Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Started very young, getting pushed by parents. In order to create a diamond economy pressure, right? To push wherever it comes from, We've had multiple conversations where I'm in your ass, you in mine. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But at the same time, if you don't have the discipline, gotta find it somewhere. And that's what I deem to create in every community. Accountability. Hey man, let's get this done. We're standing in a production studio right now that's made for us to do stuff.
Right.
And also have live action all the time.
Right.
Like, this is our first interview in this place
Right.
to date. But we've already set up for others. And the mindset is a lot of it. But we can just think and not do.
Right.
So mindset is a lot, because if you can't scrum up that power, because now that I'm thinking about something, it's crazy. I have a cousin. We doing workouts. Workout over. It's time to sit down, right? It's time to take a break. We do have to understand, though, it's about mind, body, and spirit. That all three have to work together in order for you to have an easy flow. In a situation where my cousin wanted to go, his body or his spirit was not agreeing. I watched a grown man rise up and spirit pull him back down. So the reason why I say this is because as much as we think that we have the power and that we can only do this and we can only do that, it takes all of it.
Right.
And that's what I wanted to make sure that we have an understanding of. Okay, you could think it. It can be in your mind.
You have to do it.
But what happens if your body isn't prepared to do what your mind is telling it to do?
That's true.
What happens if your spirit won't even allow you to make that move?
That's right.
So, yes, it does take skill. It does take mindset.
So you think 50-50?
I don't want to get into that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't because
Yeah,
that's
I think
bull.
Right. No, I understand. I think because me, even when I was back home, I used to do karate, right? So my friend, man, he was one of the best in the whole world.
Okay.
Like my friend was this guy, his name, bro, Hassan, right?
Because being twin.
Every exercise, King, this guy, nobody can beat him. Every train and everywhere, every run, this guy is always the best and the fastest, the biggest, the strongest. His body is so, he can't play anything, right? When it comes to competition, he always loses, man. Bro, this nobody in the whole area has any idea that this guy could lose or not. So I didn't know about what I know right now at that time. But it's always inside of me. I'm like, man, how this guy lose? Nobody can believe it. And next day, and when we get back to the train, he's like, man, I'm gonna get it. I have to get it. I'm like, yeah, of course you have to get it, brother. Because, to be honest, there is nobody lost but you. And I did not even believe I'm gonna win at that time,
Yeah.
So going deeply, I haven't met that guy, to be honest, after that. But today, I can know for sure he's a loser in a mindset. Like he's a mindset, his mindset is a loser. He can't think or see himself as a winner, you know? And sometimes, like, as you just said, your mindset sets you up to be a winner right now. As I'm talking with you, as you can ask anybody who knows you, you have the winner mindset. So when you do have it, you don't give any intention or thoughts or any power or energy to the lose. So you can't lose because there is nothing feed that energy.
Absolutely.
And that outcome. So yeah, I really appreciate your transparency and like talking about it, because I think this is a lot of people today, they want to know what is the most important. And I believe if you really believe you can, you will know how. To learn.
Absolutely.
So there is a average a broker or real estate agent, right? And there is Troy. There is a great.
I was wondering where you was going.
Yeah. So this is like there is Troy. There is somebody who's doing it and doing it like the best, the beast.
Absolutely.
Right. So what makes you different? What the difference between you and the average?
Education. I've been in church all my life. I know how to teach people, and I know how to learn. I've always been.
Right.
I've excelled in academics. My entire, education. Funny thing is, I haven't finished college. I actually decided not to go once. Professor decided to take my test and curve everybody's grades to how I answered because he wasn't teaching us, so I taught the class. And so when he found out that I was teaching the class and he took my test and said, if they answer the questions like you, then everybody failed.
Right.
I dropped out of school after that. But before that, then within that same year, I was also testing out of stuff. So school education is very, very important. It just depends on who's teaching you at times.
So what you mean education? You mean school, or do you mean educate yourself of like on your goal, like books, courses, or what education?
Well, when the first question was relating to me providing education. That was the last part of my spiel, and I was about to get into the understanding that me being a teacher naturally, drove me to remove myself from college, but also then turned me into the businessman that I am today. At that point, I opened up a company called Double Black. This was an entertainment conglomerate.
Right.
Had about 12 businesses under one umbrella. Right. Which was all protected by this umbrella business.
Right.
Holding company. Very, very young, 18 years old. Got operations everywhere, at every college. Employing many people.
Biggest.
Making sure everybody eat, But if you didn't work, you ain't eat.
Right.
You feel me? So within these businesses, in order to keep the integrity of the business, I would have to teach. So I would be what they call the jack of all trades, but master of none. I would be the one that would show you how to set up a camera, how to be in front of the camera, how to look at the camera, so how to walk in front of the camera, how to walk the stage, how to walk the runway, how to put colors together, how to put production together, how to rap, how to present a line of poetry, how... I'm not an artist, but I think I am an artist. I may be an artist. God help me. But I used to help visual artists on their projects because my art is business. And that's what I like to do. I like to curate things and make sure that they're going to work. There's a possibility of it working, so let's figure it out. That's my attitude when it comes down to how I see and what I know that I can tackle. But yeah.
So that education, you think, and that knowledge and experience and the history you have, that's what makes you different today in the marketplace?
And the fact that I can take the information in and I can spill it out to others.
Right.
That's the reason why. To be honest, I mean, I pride myself on making sure that you know how to make an educated decision for yourself.
So you think more about people, like you value that you add to those people? Because I already see that you think a lot about people, like in so many aspects.
Yeah, I'm a quick thinker. I've always been in situations where I have to think quicker than others in order to beat them to the punch. Once again, I'm also a person that has never had a job. You didn't have to tell me what I had to do. I saw what I had to do and I did it. Right? The huge difference, right? So I don't inhibit my opportunity. I don't have a way of making myself think that it's okay to allow things just to be. When you have a job, you find a way how to allow things just to be. I've never had that experience. I don't know what it feels like. I don't want to. I see what it does to the mind. From a distance.
Greatest. So the last question would be is about relationship, right? So that's the question before the last one, actually. There is still one question for you.
Cool.
But the relationship. So being this busy, right? Entrepreneur, having the phone calls every 5 minutes. You're trying to go like between all these locations and all this interviews, appointment you have, right? So how it comes for you to like, are you in a relationship today?
Am I in a relationship today? I'd say I am in multiple relationships. And the reason why I say multiple is because I love what I do. And most of what I do revolves around people. Like, I opened up, letting you know that I asked God what I'm supposed to do. And he was like, lead the people. In order for certain people to survive, I feel as though they need my energy. So therefore, yes, I am a multi-relationship person because I feel like everybody needs me. And everybody would like to use all of my time. Now, how do I become very successful with multiple relationships? I just be genuine. I'm going to let you know what's going on. I'm going to let you know what's not going on. We're going to shake hands. So business relationships go the exact same way as friend relationships. I may not have the time because my time has to be spent on my pilot training. Did I mention those?
But
yeah,
becoming.
Yeah, pilot training.
You're about to be pilot in a month, right?
In a month. Hey.
Fact. So there is no relationship after that gonna be
I just don't
on earth anymore.
So I have to have a relationship with my goal, with what I want to achieve. You know, I have a son, amazing son. Oh my goodness, he's a racer,
bro.
He's a racer. Oh my goodness,
he's the most handsome black boy I ever seen.
Oh,
the greatest. You are a big time blood.
He is dreaming. You know, like he is everything that I ever could have imagined, and I'm just so proud to, you know, be crowned as a person that get to raise him. You know, so it's a beautiful thing. But like I said, man, relationships are just based upon you making sure that you understand who you are and letting people know, hey, look, this is me. This is all that I am. Take it or leave it. That's a real relationship. The one that's like straight up, you know, like leave me be if I got things to do. You know, like be respectful. I believe I respect L. You know, I believe L respects me. Our relationship is to get it done. Whenever we talk ever, what our relationship consists of. The same exact thing.
Right.
Boom, we on this. And that's how we roll it. But I also think that it's a two-way street. And that's what a real relationship is. It's the fact that we give and we take. I speak, you listen. You speak, I listen. That's a beautiful relationship. And I'm so happy to be in a relationship with you. Because without this relationship, we wouldn't be right here. So that's my take on relationships is you gotta respect yourself first in order to make it beneficial for anybody. And if you don't know who you are, then you don't understand when it's changing. I mean, I'm gonna get into this one, but real quick. In relationships where there's a dynamic of courting, right? In those type of relationships, I believe that the man is supposed to be constant, never changing, not flip-floppy, knowing what's going on because, hey, this is all that's going on. Staying on your pivot, taking care of home, doing exactly what it needs to be. Like,
Right.
making sure if you started something that you should be able to finish it. If you started it, you should be able to finish it. I'm going to say that again because that's so important. Like on all levels. Like don't start no business relationship and then, relate.
Yeah.
Like, come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. I think there is. Yeah. This is come from confusion. That's what I think. I think when people start things, they start things, they don't finish it. It comes because they don't from the first place. They don't even know why they're doing it.
They don't know themselves.
Right.
It's simple.
That's so true.
That's so I bet.
How can you know yourself though?
I would say through trial and error, but reading, understanding that there are people like you. In this world, a lot of people think that they're alone, right? There's many entrepreneurs. You could pick up a book and learn that you have the same traits as a different entrepreneur that's from a different land in a different place. Hell, I'm from New Orleans, you're from Syria, Like, but when we met each other, we was like, damn, we brothers, how you do this, right?
Yeah.
Because we read the same books, we take in the same content.
Right.
We have the same dreams, we want to help people. So there are people like you in this world, but what are you going to do about it? And how are you going to react when you actually have them in front of your face? Because for us, it was like, bro, I don't want to let go. Beautiful relationship. And it's still going.
Yep, and I'm grateful big time, bro.
Absolutely.
So now when we understand that, and you know yourself big time, and that's what I already know by being around. And you just said about reading is really important for us to know ourselves. So, and in business, and because we talk about business relationship, we talk about personal relationship. So in business now, when you being successful, who you are right now, is that also needs for you to know yourself? Like, why you're successful in business? Because you know yourself, you know what you're doing. Because you got what I'm saying. There is people who I think they are unsuccessful in relationship and then personal relationship. They could be successful in business, right? So how do you see that? Like, how do you see the people who can't be really good in that place? And they may, I'm not saying doing great, but they may doing some type of good action on the other side. So where do you see that? How do you see this one?
To be honest, it don't work like that. Like, I feel like people can do whatever the heck they want to do, right? You can't control nobody. I can't control you, right? Men and women lie, bro, to get what they want all the time.
Okay. So don't believe a lie.
I ain't gonna say that because it ain't for you to not believe. Man, when we talking real life, it's like everybody ain't able to understand your path, what you're supposed to do in life, why you gotta wake up when they still asleep, why you gotta stay up when they sitting over there napping. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Why you reading a book, why they watching TV. There's major differences for people.
True.
But for the most part, there are different people in this world, but can everybody build the skill of reading? Can anybody build the skill of becoming an engineer by going to school? Like, there's so much that you can do, but you have to choose. You got to do it for yourself.
Man, that's a deep place, because I think this is if you work back, that's why I think there is a space. I always tell people, I always play in a space of intention. And I think like when you have a clear intention, a clean one, you can make any move with that intention, and it could get you there by you having the faith and the mindset. And by what you're saying, I think people, by the intention of the relationship or intention of this business right now, with you talking about wealth or making money, you just talk about service. You talk about how you serve people and your vision of that. So if your intention not to serve people, to make money, I think this is where people fail. if their intention from the relationship not to grow, not to have a family, not to make like not at least not transparency as you just say from the front, I think that's when things start to go against the will they have. And this is just my opinion, though. This is the way I see things. I see things start with the roots. And if you're not clean at that spot, you can't really, like as you said, you can't see the tomato and have a apple up there, right? And that's what the intention is, though. So right now we have a question. I believe that people have a lot of difficulty to understand this point. So after interviewing 50 of millionaires in Miami, man, it was for me a shock to see this knowledge and to get it. So I want to ask you, what do you think about OPM?
It's the best thing known to man.
So do you believe that the key of wealth is OPM?
Yeah, I mean, because it's about leverage. It's about knowing how to do something with your mind and not allowing your physical or your spiritual to conflict.
To be involved.
Not to be involved, they are involved.
I know.
To conflict.
Right.
Because if you have the idea but you don't have the money, right, then you drag yourself down. But if you have the money, and your spirit should be okay. You may still be roughing the fact that you may mess somebody else's money up, but you took the spirit out of you having a burden. See what I'm saying?
No, I see. To be honest, I do believe today in that aspect, because I look to Elon Musk, I look to real estate business, I look to history of like Think and Grow Rich, of even when you look to Rich Dad Poor Dad, when you look to Donald Trump, when you look to all this wealthy people, I see that there is a root of all OPM. And it was like for me to listen to this information and see that, because nobody told me that, and I'm from like the family. They don't have that is possible. So they have it. This is something that's so wrong to do, right? So I grow up that this action is the last thing you can think about, or this option, you feel me? And yeah, so when I start listening to those greatness, so everything you just said, man, I really have a difficult time to apply. So when I go deep to myself and ask myself the question, the answer sometimes it could not be like really great, but the answer is I don't think I'm here for a long time. So yeah, so I think there is so much stuff I really have to get done, and I see that every place I go to, I don't want to be there too much. I just want to get it done and go. You feel me? And I ask a lot, like I meditate for that, because man, like I go into any room, I just know, like I see stuff moving around. And my eyes focus and mission is all like the goal, the target. And I know how to get it, And I have difficult time also to explain to people before I know me, And when I know me, I start to like right now when you tell me what should I be to fix, or how it can be better, or what should I work on to become the best version or a better version of who I am. The answer always like I want to, I want to be better. I want to go to that level. I want to learn. I want to learn that lesson, And it's called patience. And when you master patience, you'll master everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
So before we end up, we were talking about the OPM situation, the other people money.
Yeah.
And I was saying that how is cultures also have a block of wealth? Like I feel like I was saying from where I'm coming from, my background, the OPM is something.
It's shadow upon.
Yeah, it's a shame to do that as a man, especially. And it takes me a hard time, because when I was thinking of my goals, my mission, and what I need, I feel like I would be so dumb if I work for it. I have to figure out a way, because my value is so much higher than work. you know? So I was like always having a hard time. It's not like by just working. I know I do work every day, you know, 24/7. I'm all about work. But working on getting the money to serve or to do what I want, that's when my challenge. And I mean, like when you look at it, if you really want to work for your house, by example, and don't go to the bank, you're really gonna work so hard. And to be honest, it could be like a really dumb idea in my perspective to work all your life for a house that you will die and you'll never be there, right? But when you figure out a better way to own the house and to rent the house to who is really needed, you know, and to make this house, as you just say, useful to everybody, you know, which is your goal could be, your car could be, your store could be. That's make life, I believe, in my perspective, better. And that's what I really 100% the intention is of this podcast, is to bring this knowledge to people. Because, man, it takes me really like a 6 months to just get to the point that it's okay to do that. And I did it without even first knowing it's right or no, it's saying or not. I did it just because I'm like, this is what I think is my solution today, and I'm going to do it regardless. If God stopped me, I'm going to tell him, listen, straight, like, this is what I have today, so you get me.
I like that.
And because nobody else can stop you. You feel me? Like, there is nobody can around stop you but God. And it comes through messages, through people sometimes, through like the light. When it's red sometimes, it can be somebody, God telling you something like, oh, long right now. Like right now, you told me, take it easy. And what you said after that, everything I want is going to happen, right? And that makes me feel so much better because first, I know God talking through you, right? He's talking to me. Two, I know it's going to happen, right? So right now, the challenge is not about my goals. It's about me. It's just to make me do better so I can have that things in a better situation, you know? Which is, I'm really grateful for all this time, brother. And I'm grateful for your knowledge, for your wisdom. I'm the one who always like look at you as a great brother, as an inspirational. And I know there is so much to do together, man. I know there is people to change, community to support, and a long way to be. So, once again, you are a greatness and you are a blessed for this community here in New Orleans. So keep doing what you're doing. We're so grateful. I'm proud of you, brother.
I'm proud of you, my guy. Dog.
The biggest in the game.
Biggest in the game.
Thank you, King.
Real talk. Thank you, bro.